Hi, my name is Jor, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to be sharing my experience building my first custom mechanical keyboard. Let's check it out. First off, why a custom mech? Reason number one, build according to your specs. Now, obviously, there's so much you can do with building a fully custom mechanical keyboard. But for my use case, I knew I wanted a 60% form factor with smooth, relatively silent switches for gaming and typing, and I wanted a showpiece that I could put on my desk. Reason number two, the end product is, in my opinion, way better than what you'd find in most pre-built keyboards. From board acoustics, tuned stabilizers, even the heft and the weight. I mean, the overall experience really, it just makes the board feel more premium. I can tell you now, it's not gonna make you a better gamer, but you'll feel so good when you're using your computer. Reason number three, it's so much fun. I love learning new things, especially if it's tech. I had a blast planning, learning about the parts out there, how to solder, desolder, even lubing the switches, which takes forever, by the way. It sounds like a lot of hassle for something so small, that's what she said, but it's about the journey and leveling up my skills as a tech enthusiast.
So obviously, I had already built the keyboard off camera, but let's tear this thing down to get a closer look. The parts I used were sourced primarily from KBDFans.com. It's a website that's probably the gateway drug for most people when it comes to this hobby. I decided to go with the Tofu 60 case and the DZ60 Revision 3 PCB. Of course, there's also this aluminum plate, GMK screw-in stabs, and PCB case foam, which was optional. Switches are the Tealios V2 67-gram linear switches from Zeal PC. Truly, one of the more expensive options out there in terms of linears, coming in at about $1 per switch. But after using this build for a couple of months now, I can tell you, they're the most premium feeling switches I've ever used. I bought these from Rotobox Philippines, a local reseller. Keycaps are an ANSI cherry profile set with Korean legends from KPRepublic.com. Why Korean? I learned a bit of Hangul during the start of the pandemic last year. The legends make it easier to type characters using a computer, seeing as I just need to look down if I'm lost. I am aware of hot swappable PCBs. For the newbies out there, that just means a PCB that allows for a switch installation without soldering. But I wanted to challenge myself, and challenging it was. I think I did a just okay job for my first soldering experience. Like anyone else will tell you, do watch a soldering tutorial on YouTube before attempting to do this, because afterwards, and a little bit of practice, it's fairly easy to do in my opinion. Some key presses weren't registering, so I ended up having to resolder certain joints on the board. This bottom section was particularly troublesome for me because I really suck at using a manual desoldering pump. Get it? I suck. Might be because I still lack the practice using the large nozzled El Cheapo kind, but I ended up investing in an automatic desoldering gun anyway. The smaller tip made it extremely easy to fix my mistakes as seen here. The Tealios V2s here don't come lubed, so I took the time and got myself a brush and Krytox 205 grade 0. For a set of 61 switches, took me probably at least 2-ish hours. Is it tedious? Absolutely. But for the end result, in terms of feel and acoustics, I think I can understand why so many people still do it despite the hassle. Apart from lubing and soldering, I can say with certainty that assembling everything together is just straightforward. I just grabbed a screwdriver and started putting it all together. #adult Legos. Here's the list of all the parts used and how much I paid for them. Rounding out at about $300, this is not a cheap keyboard. But that wasn't the intention going into this. It was about building a fully custom mechanical keyboard that suits my needs. Also, in my opinion, what I ended up with is above and beyond what typical gamer keyboards from Corsair, Razer, Logitech, or any of those similar brands have to offer. The end result is this absolute unit of a 60% mechanical keyboard. Looks, sounds, and feels so nice to use. And best of all, I built it.
And that is it, guys. All in all, wow, this was a fantastic experience. Did it cost a bit of money? Yes, but would I do it again? You betcha. Please, please pray for me as I manage my wallet, because this is another tech-related hobby that I know I'm gonna geek out super over. I already love building gaming PCs, so this was a natural progression for me. Oh, by the way, if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed to find out and never miss another upload. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. It really helps out with the algorithm. What did you think of my first build? Was it cool? Was it not cool? Is there anything you would have done differently in my shoes? Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. So if you want to keep up with the other stuff I do, socials will be linked over here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. That wraps it up, and I'll see you next time.